Hi there, it's Steve again. Today I'm going to do some oven roasted tomatoes. There are various ways to accomplish this task. I prefer to, rather than use a 200-degree oven for 2 or 3 hours, I prefer to use a warmer oven. I normally go to about 300 so that I can make it convection, and the heat seems, in this particular oven, seems to distribute much more evenly, and I avoid burn spots or raw spots. So then you just have to monitor to make sure that you don't go too far with it and get these totally dried out and over caramelized to the point where they're black. We're going to use Roma tomatoes, salt and pepper, extra virgin olive oil, and some balsamic vinegar. I like to use the Global tomato knife. So the tomatoes have been washed. I'm going to cut off the stem end and quarter them because they're so large. If you're working with smaller tomatoes, you may want to leave them just in half, but these are so large that I think quarters will be more appropriate. And you can put the pieces pretty closely together on your foil-lined sheet without any problem, especially if you have a convection oven available, because the heat circulates so well that you get pretty thoroughly roasted, evenly roasted. So add the liquids first, and I'm going to drizzle the balsamic on. Doesn't need to be a lot, and if you don't want to do this step, certainly that is acceptable. But as I mentioned, I feel it adds another layer of complexity to the flavor. A lot of people I know will sprinkle sugar on at this step, and the balsamic is sweet, as I'm sure you're aware, so that might be a replacement for sugar. And then this is extra virgin olive oil. Keep them from getting too dried out. And pepper. And then this is sea salt that I'm using. Kosher salt would work just as well. And if you are on a restricted diet, obviously you could leave this step out, but the salt does help to reduce the moisture more evenly. Okay, so we've got just over a sheet pan and a half out of that bunch of tomatoes going into the 300-degree convection temperature. And these should take about 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, now this is the consistency and texture I've been looking for. This is not a dried tomato. So you can see that they're still pliable, really tasty, and you add that oil and toss with the pasta of your choice, and it's an awesome dinner. So anyway, these definitely are edible.